Greetings, everybody.
Greetings.
Welcome to the main event with Kevin and Mia. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Mia.
And this is really episode number 45.
He's been lying all the other episodes.
Oh, no.
He's been telling
Hold
a
on.
fib.
Okay. Yep. OBS has created an issue. Bear with us. We will be back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it screwed our audio. Let's see if I can... I'm going to see if I can do it without kicking us off the air, but I don't think it's going to let me.
Ruh-roh, raggy. They hear us at all? Can you hear us at all?
Probably not, because I'm not hearing us.
No.
Where the hell is... Okay, let's see. Audio. Where the hell is the mixer that I had?
MCAU.
Of course, you watch. Now we're going to get a bunch of people.
Oh, Raul can hear us.
Oh, I can't hear us in here. Are you on a computer, Raul, or are you on your phone? I want to make sure that everybody can hear us. And I've got to remember what the hell I did to fix it.
Romper room.
Okay, let's see. If you cannot hear us, please say so.
So OBS decided to do an update again last night and screwed us up all over again. So now we're back to square one as far as the audio is concerned. So he is momentarily
frantically trying to fix it.
So I'm just going to say hello to a few people. Hello. He's working on it. Let us know as he adjusts stuff. Let us know when you can hear us and when you can't, if you can't. So,
okay, so that's
because they, like I said, they didn't update last night and totally screwed up all the settings that Kevin had put in our system. So it's all freaking screwy again.
And it's really, really pissing me off.
Stupid.
All right, can you hear us now?
Hello, Matt.
Let's see. There is a way of cross-streaming Twitter and Facebook Live. Yeah, Terry, I'm having a hard enough time doing it on Facebook.
Right.
I need not.
Great, Raul can hear. Now I can't hear. Megan can't hear. We gotta find a happy medium here.
What the fuck is going on?
Hello, Stephanie. My niece Stephanie. Hello, love you.
Sounds good over here.
Lisa's
All right.
good now.
All
Okay,
right.
we're gonna.
So we'll.
If you can't hear, put headphones on. You put headphones on. That's the only.
No,
thing
if
we
you
can
can't
say.
hear, I need to know that you can't
Yeah.
hear, and I need to know what you're using to watch.
Oh, we can hear. Okay, we can hear you. Yep.
Okay.
Just had to put headphones back on. Just lost hearing in my left ear. Now it's back. What the heck was that? That just vibrated the whole table. Ooh.
Peter, I can't. You know I can't.
He can't
because...
check on Messenger while
No,
he's on.
he invited me to the Women in Horror thing. I can't do it
Oh.
right now.
Yeah, you poo head.
Actually,
you had to have it the night that we have our live show, you know.
Well, that's how he rolls.
I know.
That's why he's sending us all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Oh,
too.
we've got some information for all you folks this evening. Let me tell you what.
Yes, next week is our 1 year anniversary show.
1 year.
1 year we've been doing this shenanigans. Shenanigans.
I knew you were going to start that. I'm going to take this pen and go,
Oh my word. I could do that a lot for some of the stuff you do, like frickin' blowing that horn all the time. Don't.
Don't make me.
Don't you dare, or I will say shenanigans for the rest of the fucking show.
We love you too, Steph.
Rest of the show.
Potty mouth.
The rest of the show.
I've got a shenanigan for you.
All right, next week, our 1 year anniversary. You do not want to miss it. I am telling you, you do not want to miss it. We've got all kinds of surprises. All kinds of surprises in store.
Well, yes.
So just wait. And make sure, I'm just going to give this hint. Make sure that your name is in this bowl. If you are not subscribed to Kevin B Entertainment YouTube page, do it. Because you want your name.
Trust me, you
in
want
this
your
bowl.
name in that bowl.
That's all we're going to say.
Because this month, this drawing that we're doing for our 1 year anniversary, it's not just one name being pulled out of that bowl.
No, there's going to be multitudes of names.
Multiple
being
names.
Pulled.
Multiple prizes. Yes. As a matter of fact, speaking of which, let's get right down to our sponsors. Next week, our beloved sponsor, Stan Terrell from The Boneyard, will actually be here in the studio with us. And he's bringing in a bunch of merchandise to give away. So we'll have more on that. That's right, next week. Maybe a little bit more later in the show. But yeah, Stan Terrell at The Boneyard. He's the guy that you need to contact for all of your local plowing and maintenance needs. He also has a website that runs at the end of the show during the credits. So watch the credits and write down his website. And
207-227-8680.
That's where you can call him and say, "Hello, Stanley.
I need a plow job, or I need my leather goods taken care of, or I need something carpentry related done.
Make me a belt." Yes, we also want to thank...
a plow job.
Yeah, we also want to thank Hangin with Web Show Media Group.
Hangin with Web Show Media Group.
They are our distributor. They are also a sponsor, and they are our friends. And coming up in April, there's going to be a 72-hour long... we're going to call it... I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's a convention of any kind. Anyway, it's
like nonstop streaming.
Yeah, and
shows.
We've been asked to be a part of that, so
Yes.
we'll have more details on that as we get closer to that time. And we're going to be raising money for a charity of some sort to help with the whole coronavirus thing. So as I get more information, I'll pass that along to all of our viewers. We also want to thank Josh Bauer from J. Bauer Art.
Josh Bauer!
For all of your art, love, needs stuff.
Art, love, needs
stuff. If you love art, he is a hell of an artist. So you can buy his stuff at jbauerartshop.com. And until March 31st, he's having a Burn It Down sale where his prints are $4.99.
$4.99.
And his mini prints
99 cents.
are 99
Can't
cents.
beat that.
You can't. And last but most certainly not least, we want to thank our sponsor, Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions.
Peter Anthony Productions.
That's right. You haven't made it until Mia Blood has sung your name on our show. Peter Anthony is also sending up a package of sorts with a bunch of goodies in it for us to give away on our 1-year anniversary.
Now, we don't even know exactly what is going to be up for the drawings, so we're just going to be just as much surprised. What?
Yeah. I'm totally watching the wrong feed.
Why?
That's not what's going on right now. I haven't switched over to us. I'm a fucking dummy. So anyway,
doing? He don't even know what he's doing.
I'm so confused. That's all right. You just talk to our audience.
I'm gonna. Well, hello everyone. Hello Stephanie. Hello Stephanie Smock. Hello Nate. Welcome. You didn't weren't
there
here just a minute ago, but next week we are having our 1-year anniversary special, which is we're gonna have all kinds of drawings, and Stan Terrell from the Boneyard.
The Boneyard
Is going to be a special guest with us, so I'm sure it's going to be entertaining to say the least.
You'll be glad to know that our audio is...
We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. You were just watching the wrong show.
I was on the wrong freaking show.
What were you watching?
Obviously a past episode. I don't know which episode, but I will tell you last week I called last week's episode number 45, and I was wrong, and I didn't realize it until after the show. It was actually episode number 44. This is episode number 45. I'm not counting Saturday's edition, which if you missed it, too bad, so sad, tough titty too tan. You missed out on a funny show. We had 29 viewers live.
Tough titty, said the kitty when the milk ran dry.
Yes. So, Saturday's edition of the main event with Kevin and Mia was called the main event with Kevin and Mia, the virus edition.
Oh, Terry, sometimes I worry about him too.
Don't worry.
I'm telling you, there's sometimes, I didn't help him in this case, but there's sometimes, if it wasn't for me, I'm telling you.
There's a lot of times if it wasn't for you.
He admits it. He admits it. Oh, here we go.
Behind every good man is a woman rolling her eyes.
Yeah, behind every good woman is her man checking out her ass. I got a whole lot of ass.
Hey now.
Blinded by the ass. There's a song there.
Music time.
No. I'm always singing something stupid.
Well, you know.
They got that quarantine karaoke, and I've said it I don't know how many times, that I couldn't carry a tune if I strapped it in a basket, duct tied it, bungee corded it, sealed it shut with Gorilla Glue. But my daughter wants us to do it together, so look for us. If you're not part of that, if you're not part of the quarantine karaoke on Facebook group, you might want to be, because you might see me and Haley on there singing. I can't sing, and I'm going to say it at the beginning. I don't claim I can sing. She can sing, and I don't know where she gets her voice from, but
don't get it from me.
She can sing when you're not paying attention to her.
Yeah, see, and that's just it, where she always gets so nervous. And it's too bad, because she does. Oh,
she
my
does.
word.
She can sing.
She's got a beautiful voice. I wish that she would get past the shyness.
I'm a songbird that can't sing. It sucks.
Terry said, yes, you were watching an episode from last month, I think. I was wondering when you said cross-streaming.
Oh, when it goes streaming Twitter and Facebook.
I'm like, no, dude, why would I? No. And he's sitting there going, what are you? Dude, I didn't even say that, you dumbass.
We got 15 people.
Welcome, everybody.
We got 15 people watching us. Yay!
And I also want to thank those of you who actually tuned in when I went live on my way home from work.
I didn't even know he did that. I was baking a cake. I had just taken I don't know if I was taking a shower or baking a cake, because I was baking a cake. I took a shower and baked a cake.
As long as you didn't bake a cake while you were in the shower.
No.
That can be difficult.
No, that was after.
Yeah, see, I've never been shy as far as being in front of a camera or being in front of an audience, that's never been a problem for me.
Well, welcome, Isaac Nelson.
Yes, welcome.
Josh Bauer.
Yes, Josh. And I also want to say, I keep forgetting until after the fact, but Terry MacGyver.
Terry MacGyver.
He's responsible for that logo right there. He's responsible for the logo that is on
our cups. And we thank Molly and Corey Willette for that. They have not been...
I haven't seen them lately.
No, but if you tune in, we say thank you.
Yes, very much.
And they're supposed to be... They might be getting us something else, too, like a t-shirt or something. We're not sure yet. So everything's wonky with the whole mailing, and shops are closing and stuff because of this virus crap. So
yes, but I think things are starting to look up.
I think it's starting to, they finally, I mean, up here in Maine, it's the numbers are increasing and people are getting shocked and scared. But you got to remember that Maine is the last place to get anything. And Maine gets the least of everything. Like, as far as even government funding and stuff, we are the last ones that get anything because we don't exist up here. We don't. We're part of Canada. So they don't have all the tests out. They have limited number of tests. And I heard, don't quote me on it, but I heard that they're not testing, they're only testing people that are in critical, that have immune deficiencies, they're elderly, or they have other diseases that put them in a critical condition, a critical situation. So that's why the numbers, there's some people that you've probably heard rumors that there are some people that are infected and they've been telling them to stay home and just quarantine and treat it like the flu. And that's what they're doing. And if you feel like you have the symptoms, you feel like you have the coronavirus, or you feel like you have the flu, the best thing you could do right now, stay the fuck home. Unless you are completely cannot breathe at all and you're in a serious condition, then obviously call the emergency room first and then go. But if you just have a little sneeze, a little cough or something, stay home because you're going to make yourself worse.
Okay, so now that you've heard from Dr. Blood.
Yes, I think it'll be over by summertime.
But
Stephanie.
We don't know. We're not experts.
I'm not experts, but I think I know, here we go. I don't get into politics, but the president is saying hopefully by Easter this will be all said and done. But I don't know, according to China, they're dealing with another wave of it right now. But they're more prepared than they were before. And
I heard, and which you can't really deny, the United States was better prepared for the coronavirus than anybody else.
Yeah. Seriously.
Well, they were. We were. We knew it was coming.
And little do you guys know, this virus has been around for decades. It's been around since the 90s. It was just, this time, it got out of hand, and it was poorly handled by the professionals in China. They didn't treat it, didn't quarantine as quickly as they should have. That's why it leaked out further. Usually they've had the coronavirus in China before and they've gotten it handled. This got leaked out and just went everywhere.
I want to ask Terry.
It was poor handling.
Terry, you said that anyone over 45 here in Northern Ireland that goes to COVID-19 are under a DNR if they reach the hospital. Is that a do not resuscitate order? I'm just curious because that's what DNR means here.
Right. Unfortunately, I heard a lot of hospitals aren't treating elderly, which I find that wrong. But I read an article yesterday, I think.
Well, and you know, I'm not one, I know there's a lot of people out there that are saying, oh, fuck the government, they're not going to tell me what to do. I mean, look at how long it took, and this is nothing against our friends in Florida, but look at how long it took for those fuck knuckles to get off the beach.
And they're still, I mean.
And now you look at them now, and those people, not all of them, but a vast majority of those people that were the dumbasses out on the beaches, those are the ones that now have the coronavirus. And they're like, oh, I don't understand. Because you were a dumbass.
It is. I'm assuming he means do not resuscitate. So once
Raul says, do not remember. That's CRS, Raul. Can't remember shit.
I can't remember shit.
I mean, I don't go around telling people what to do. And you know, I know that there's people, screw the government. I'm not going to do what they tell me. This is their way of controlling me. Look, man, if we stand any chance of cutting this thing off, we've got to actually listen to the CDC. Yeah. And the CDC is saying, stay home.
Stay home.
You know, I'm in a position where I go into work. Until they close off my campus and say, nobody can go in, then I'm going into work. I can work from home. I have that option. But I'm more effective on campus than I am online.
Yeah, Josh, I heard most of those were spring breakers from other states.
Yeah,
and they looked like a bunch of fairly young people too, so they're fucking idiots. Excuse my French, but they were idiots. It's just they don't listen. I mean, we've got out of plate plates all over the place up here. I've heard New York, Washington, Wisconsin, Utah. Why? I mean, the government's telling people to stay put so we don't spread this.
But those could be, I got to thinking
about
that,
and they could be essential employees.
And those could be rental cars that, you know, that were up here before the virus got up here, you know.
And like he said something about this afternoon when I got home from work about no flying. Well, there's some essential employees that have to fly. There's some doctors that have to fly. There's all kinds of essential employees that have to fly. So you could probably calm down it to a couple flights or something, you know what I mean? Instead of, but yeah, that's why I'm saying New York, stay the hell out of our state. So far, we've got 109 cases. I just saw Vicky post, but that's pretty good for our state. I know we have some. Please don't attack me. I know we have some right in our county. I was attacked the other day by people.
It's just not been confirmed.
It just hasn't been confirmed, and it's not out there. And those that are spreading rumors, please know your facts. Because if you're not sharing facts, you're spreading fear. That's what you're doing.
And that's the biggest reason why I don't talk much about this unless I'm telling factual information. I don't even have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
Other than stay home. I'm not saying, like I said earlier, I'm not telling everybody to stay inside their houses. I mean, go outside. Go wander around your property, you know. You
can still go for a walk.
Yeah,
as
you
long
can walk
as you
your
stay
dog.
away 6 feet away from somebody, you know.
So, don't let pride or your I'm from America, I'm gonna do what I want.
Nettie says 130 plus. We got some people in here I haven't seen yet. Well, welcome Annette. Welcome Caleb.
Yes, welcome. So I don't want to talk about the coronavirus.
Yeah, no more coronavirus, because that's one thing we didn't want to talk about during our show.
Well, we're not spending our entire show. So.
I know it sucks. I know. I mean, I was telling Kevin today, I've been a little bit emotional myself today because I just want it over with. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of always gloom and doom. I mean, I try to stay off Facebook. And I try not to share anything about the virus unless it's a fact, unless it's, important information. But I try to...
We're trying to not talk about it anymore. We're moving on from it.
I was just saying I try not. Don't tap your fingers at me. That finger will be up your fucking ass.
I wish I had those sound effects. Pow, pow. Zap, slap.
That's about what you got in my head. It was like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon in my head just a second ago.
It's always a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon in
but usually there's birds tweeting. This was like... Pow, pow.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty. So we did our sponsors. We talked about the stinking virus, and now...
So, in case you missed it earlier,
Yes.
next week
Next week
is our 1 year anniversary. What? You laughing at?
You.
Fuck you laughing at?
Because you get aggravated easily.
We're celebrating our 1 year anniversary, and we have sponsors that are giving us stuff to give away to you, our viewers. We're going to be drawing multiple names throughout the course of the night. It's going to be probably a 2-hour special. I know we usually go an hour and a half. We'll give you an extra half hour.
Right.
But there's going to be prizes.
I haven't checked the poll recently about our time slot either.
No.
I shared a poll, is it last week or the week before, about if you wanted our time, you liked it at 8 o'clock, or if you would like us at 9 o'clock. It seems like people show up at the end of the show. So I was just thinking, if we started at 9, maybe it'll give more people a chance to watch us. But so far, I think 8 o'clock is winning.
I don't know.
So last time I checked, I
haven't
think
seen
it was 6 votes for 8 and 3 or 4 for 9. So if you haven't voted yet, go on Kevin B Entertainment Facebook page, not the group page, but the page that you're watching the show on right now, and vote for either 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Raul says, we were saying for months that one day we will have the time to clean the house.
Now we got too much time to clean the house.
Now I realize that time is not what we need.
I know we said we weren't talking about the virus again. This is just another day for me. It really is, except for my Facebook is different. It's not so much positivity, but people spreading fear. But welcome to my world. I've been stuck home for the last almost 3 years because I can't work. So, but
Vicky says 8 is good for me. Just saying. So make sure that if you haven't done so yet,
vote.
go vote on that poll. How much longer has that got? Do you know?
It might be already ended. I'm gonna have to go check now.
All right, so we'll have to have our.
We'll have to check. I'll have to check that. I might just be lying to y'all. I think I put it up for 2 weeks.
See, Matt Smith says 8. Terry says if it was 9, I'd definitely only be catching the show on the replay.
See,
so
we don't want that. I think it's
no,
going to end up staying at 8.
We love having everybody that's in here coming in here. Welcome to the show, Janet. Well,
Janet,
thanks for joining us.
Hello.
I hope all is well with you.
Yes.
So yeah, I think 8 o'clock is going to be the winner.
It sounds like everybody's voting for 8.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah. But just like I said, I just decided to ask the fans, because I noticed that a lot of people chime in towards the later side of our show. So I want to make sure that we're doing good for all, because we
Raul
love
says 8.
to please our fans, and we want you guys to watch us.
Yes.
So far, 8 o'clock sounds like it's going to be a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
So, my turn, or are you still chitter chatter? Chitter chat, you were going to say something. What were you going to say? You were like, so, and then I said something and you totally...
I don't remember. Oh, no, I think what I was going to say was, so is it time now for
we were on the same brain wave. So this evening, I decided to do, the topic tonight is lucky finds.
Finds, F-I-N-D-S.
Yes, finds. Stuff that people have just stumbled across that were very lucky to find. So, this first one is called Backyard Ferrari. Yes, you read that right. Backyard Ferrari. Playing in the sand pit as kids, we were pretty excited to dig up nice piece of glass or a chicken bone. But in 1978, 2 kids found something a little bit more valuable in their backyard. A Ferrari Dino 246 GTS. The car was reported stolen 4 years prior, and oddly enough, the insurance was paid to the last owners who were never able to locate it. The owners who were never able to be located. The police came to the realization that there used to be a swimming pool exactly where the car was found. It was very crudely mummified with tape on many of the seams and towels in the vents to absorb all the moisture. The Ferrari was then sold to a man who restored it and still drives it today. There's a twist to this story, though. As it turns out, the couple who owned this car hired thieves to drown the car in the ocean, but after not having the heart to do so, they decided to leave it for themselves until better days. Those better days never came for them, but it sure did for the people who found the car in 2018.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
Could
that's
you imagine
crazy.
Finding
a
Ferrari in your backyard that you had no idea was there?
Well, that's just like down at that pond there where you could look. I've talked about this before, behind where your mom used to live. Yeah. You could look down. I mean, they're all dug up now, but there was cars buried in that back, old cars, and you look inside some of these cars and the chrome was like mint. I wonder, they must have parted some of those cars out. I don't know.
Hard telling.
But they were buried. I mean, you were walking. There was one car. I mean, you were standing on the passenger side door, looking down through the passenger side window, and you could see the steering wheel and everything. I mean, these were like
1950s,
40s cars. I mean, it was crazy. Okay, next one. Number 2, 15th century gold pendant. It's easy to be skeptical of people who spend whole weekends roaming along sandy beaches with a metal detector in hand, hoping to find something of value. We were too until we read the story about Mary Hannaby from the UK, who after 7 years of treasure hunting found a piece of gold during one of her Sunday walks in the field. This gold piece turned out to be a 15th century pendant with a carving of the crucifixion of Jesus. It was later examined by a British museum who priced it around £4,000, which is, I think that's roughly £4,000. I think it's double, so it's almost 8,000.
I bet Terry could tell us.
I bet Terry could tell us the difference. I think it's almost double American money. I'm not sure, half. I'm not sure. But decided not to buy it. The pendant was placed at Sotheby's with an expected price of around £250,000, but it failed to sell and never reached more than £38,000. Can you imagine?
I'm really surprised that Sotheby's didn't sell that for more than what.
Right? You were talking about getting a metal detector, and I'm like, heck yeah, I can just imagine the stuff that's on this property. No lie, I hope I'm not flocking a bunch of people here, but when I'm working in the garden, and it's probably just fool's gold, but when I'm working out in the garden, I do see like little flakes of gold in our ground. Could you imagine if we were sitting on a little bit of gold though? I doubt it. It's probably fool's gold. So our luck, it's fool's gold. But I do, when I dig, I see, you never know what you're going to find anywheres.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get.
Never know what you're going to get.
Now, Josh Bauer's still in. This is up his alley right here. This number 3. Number 3, a Superman comic book. A couple located somewhere in the southern U.S. was rummaging through boxes in their attic in preparation for it to be taken over by the bank. Can you imagine? In it were about 50 boxes, some containing comic books without much value, but apparently one of these comic books was worth a lot more than the rest. The couple hit the jackpot when they discovered the prize book, which cost just 10 cents when it was originally bought. This comic was a vintage copy of Action Comics #1, dated from 1938. Labeled by experts as the holy grail of comic books. This particular copy rated 8.5 in terms of its condition and was worth much more than the house, about 1.5 million to be exact. Can you imagine that? A comic book that's worth an entire house. Holy crap, I couldn't imagine. That's awesome.
Me either. That would be badass.
$100. Yeah, I was gonna say it's about. Yeah, I've looked on sites that sell stuff that are from like the UK, and I've had to mentally figure out. I wasn't sure if it was more or less. It's a what?
It's the gold of the teeth of Mia's ex-boyfriends that Kevin disposed of.
Yeah.
And Josh was in there, and he said, "Damn."
Yeah. All right, number 4.
Number 4.
This is not my top 10. We're talking about lucky finds is what we're talking about this evening. Declaration of Independence is number 4. In 1989, one lucky guy bought a painting at a flea market. Excuse me, because he liked the frame. It cost him just $4 as he tried to detach the frame from the canvas. It fell apart, leading him to discover a folded document which appeared to be an old copy of the Declaration of Independence stored between canvas and a wood backing. The condition seemed beyond repair. The ink appeared to have still been wet when this copy was folded. In the very first line in Congress, July 4th, 1776, shows up in the bottom margin in reverse as a faint offsetting or shadow printing, proving the urgency John Dunlap, the printer, and others felt in dispersing this document. It was later sold at an auction, bringing millions of dollars to the owner. Well, there. Dang, can you imagine? There was one time that we had a painting that came in to the thrift store I worked at that was worth $1,500. That's quite a bit for around here. We had there was one time we had a Gucci purse that came in. We tried that Gucci purse was worth $3,000 and something dollars, and we tried to sell it online to see, because the thrift store we worked at supplied money for food for a food pantry. So any item that we got, we tried to get the most that we could out of it, because the money, I mean, we not only had to cover the overhead costs, but we had to, we donated, that money went to food pantry. So, it only sold for like $500, sadly, but still.
Raul says, one thing is that someone establishes a price on something. The other thing is that someone pays it.
And chances are you're never going to get what you think it's worth. I learned that trick when I worked at the thrift store. We would get a lot of things. I knew how much they would be worth, a lot of vintage stuff. But to get somebody to pay the price you wanted, that's a different story. I ended up getting talked down 2 or 3 times before it's like, all right, I don't want it to go any further down. So we got to let it go. Like that Gucci purse. Like I said, that purse was... online, that purse was worth $3,000, but we only got $500 for it, which we wouldn't have gotten that if we would have put it out in the store. Somebody would have they wouldn't have paid no more than $100 in the store for it. I know it. But hello, Shannon. All right.
Did you see what Raul said?
I find gold when I came here. It's my friend Kevin. Aww.
Thanks, Raul.
Isn't that sweet?
And believe me, I speak very highly of you.
Very highly of you, Raul. I'm very glad that you came into his life and you opened up the world of magic again to him. I've watched him, get his passion back in magic. Even though I will admit it does, and Erica, if she's still listening, you can kind of relate with me. It does get a little bit annoying. Especially when you want to go in and out of a store, and because the cashier's not busy, he wants to stand there and do a magic trick for him. That's the only part that, I don't like. But, and there's some people that do not like magic. They get very,
there's a lot of
very
people out there
angry.
that don't like
I
magic.
don't understand it. I know some people just can't deal with the unknown. The not knowing. drives people insane. Hello, Shannon. Love you too.
Bite my ass, Terry.
Pay for what?
To say that.
Oh.
Bite my ass, MacGyver.
Bite my ass, MacGyver. Okay. Number 5.
Oh, geez, I forgot we were even doing.
Yeah, we got 2 more.
Okay.
2 more. Number 5. Who the heck is Jackson Pollock? That's the title of this one. Who the heck is Jackson Pollock? This abstract piece of art was purchased from a California thrift shop for $5 as a gift for a friend who was feeling depressed. But when the dinner table sized painting proved too large to fit into her friend's trailer, the 73-year-old Terry Horton set it out among other items at a yard sale where a local art teacher spotted it and suggested that the work could have been painted by Pollock due to his recognizable action painting technique. Terry's reacted by saying, "Who the is Jackson Pollock?" a phrase that became the title of the documentary telling his incredible story. Since then, no one has been able to confirm for sure if the painting is a real Pollock or not, though authenticity of the painting was never proven. The owner declined a $2 million offer from a dealer as well as a $9 million offer from a Saudi art collector, claiming that she wouldn't sell it for less than $50 million. By the beginning of 2018, after 25 years, she still has the lucky thrift shop find in her possession. Would you sell it for a price offered or wait for the final appraisal for decades like she was doing? I don't know. It depends on how broke I was at that time.
Yeah.
$9 million. I would not say no to $9 million.
I think that's kind of
She must have a lot of money. That's the only thing I can say.
No.
Because I would never say, fuck. I probably would have sold it for $2 million. $1 million. Frig, if you would have offered me $100,000, I probably would have said, see ya. Right now, anyways, because I'm a broke ass bitch. But anywho, number 6, the largest Opal ever. Aside from that's beautiful. Aside from being incredibly beautiful, this Opal is a whopping 10 times bigger than the previous biggest Opals ever found. It weighs 11 kilos. Not sure how much that is per pound.
Kilograms.
With an estimated value over $1 million. But once it's cut up and made into jewelry, the total of value could be far greater. Found in South Australia, this type of opal is known as an Andamooka matrix opal. When the stone was pulled from the mine, it looked just like any other unattractive light-colored limestone. However, the magic happened after giving it special treatment. Once the treatment, which includes some sugar and sulfuric acid, is complete, the famous opal fire can be clearly seen sparkling through the darkened limestone. If you want to win the lottery, you have to first buy a ticket. The same goes for treasure hunting. If you want to find an item of real value, get your hands on a metal detector or just clean out the basement. If you or someone you know has ever found anything exciting, comment below. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. Cool. That's beautiful.
That was
Beautiful.
B-E-A beautiful.
Yes. I was watching on Amazon Prime Video, there's a show called Barter Kings. And one of his clients was looking for a big crystal garnet or whatever. What do you call it there? There's a name for it, but the big crystals, like they...
You talking the big purple thing?
Yeah, the big purple graphite? No.
No.
You guys know. I mean, they wanted a huge one to display in the front of their house.
Are you fucking kidding me?
There we go. We're back.
Hope you didn't miss us.
Holy crud. But anyways, that thing, it was worth about $8,000. Barter Kings, what they do is they start off with a little item and trade up for another item and trade up for, and they keep going bigger and bigger until they get. I mean, there has been a pool table. They traded up for a pool table. They traded up for a boat. They traded up for this stone, this graphite or whatever. I heard that, Shannon. I thought they came to Maine before and didn't find anything. They need to come further up here.
Well, don't you know Maine stops at Bangor?
I know. If they would come up further than Bangor, there are barns everywhere. And there are so many hoarders that live up here that have barns right full of stuff. That's like that PT Farms building. I can just imagine.
That's
They found, I know, they found, I think, an old tractor in that building, too.
That does not surprise me.
I love finding, growing up, I used to walk the railroad tracks down by the river. And the stuff you find on railroad tracks is quite interesting, too. I found that there's a funeral home that is along the river's edge, and they actually have an old slaughterhouse way in the back by the river that they keep their caskets in. That was quite interesting to find. Yeah, it was an old slaughter. It was an old slaughter barn. And there was a hole we looked in, and I can't remember if Shannon was with us that day or not. It was when we were younger. I remember walking so far, I ran out of places to walk, and then where Puddle Dock is, where that stream is. I had to walk right through that. It was almost up to my waist because I couldn't go anywhere else. I could have turned around, but I didn't want to turn around. I wanted to keep going. Nice breeze.
Yeah, that felt good.
All right, I'm done. Your turn.
So we want to thank our sponsors again. We'll start off with Stan Terrell from The Boneyard for all of your local plowing and maintenance needs, and as well as jewelry and belts and leather goods.
Area code 207-227-8680, or the web address is at the end of the show in the credits.
That's right. So you can check out Stan Terrell. We also want to thank Hangin with Web Show Media Group.
Hanging with Web Show Media Group.
We want to thank Josh Bauer from J. Bauer Art.
Josh Bauer.
If you are interested in buying any artwork, go to jbauerartshop.com.
Burn it down, sale. Burn it down.
I'm pretty sure he's going by Seth Rollins' ordeal there, but yeah, he's got prints for $4.99 and mini prints for 99 cents a piece, and he's a hell of an artist.
Yes, he is.
Last but certainly not least, we want to thank Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions.
Peter Anthony Productions.
Peter is also going to be sending us a nice little package of stuff to give away next Wednesday.
Do not want to miss our anniversary show, April 1st. It's also, and this is not an April Fool's joke.
No, this is not an April Fool's
We're not talking about this and then not gonna do it. This show is happening, so.
Unless something catastrophic happens and takes us out.
Yeah, he's still there. I know that guy. Yeah, I heard he's pretty talented too. He does pretty good at painting stuff.
So,
but
yeah.
he lacks confidence.
Yeah, I don't get it because he's a phenomenal artist, but just like Haley's a phenomenal artist too,
and
she's shy about it. Which, by the way, I don't know if I've said anything lately. All of this artwork right here was all done by Haley.
Right there. This is Josh. That's it, Josh.
This is all from Peter Anthony. We got Hanging with Web Show.
Hanging with Web Show Media
The Boneyard.
And Terry McIver.
And Terry did say earlier in the show that I should be giving credit to the banner maker. We got that banner from
Holy, I'm blowing everybody's ears away.
Vistaprint.com. They also are the company that I go through for my business cards. And they're probably going to be the company that I go through for more stuff. Because trying to buy stuff locally is just way too expensive.
We live up in East Bumfuck, and they charge us a lot of money for stuff.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anything bad about the local
we're
the
very
local
limited.
guy, but you got to go where you can afford to go. I am still planning on going to the local guy though, to have our microphone boxes wrapped.
I know, support local. I shouldn't say that, but
it's hard to support local when it's so expensive.
When you're on a limited budget and, you know, you only have so much money. I mean, even car parts. I mean, we can get twice the amount for half the price. It's just awful. I know I want to keep it local too. Well, pay me enough to keep it local.
All right. Welcome to the show, Kim Michaud Brown.
Well, Kim, she was the one that started me off on the top 10, and then we never saw her again. I'm still doing that top 10, Kim.
Funny how that works. I heard East Bumfuck is really nice this time of year.
We're going through our yucky season.
Yeah, it warms up and then gets cold at night and then warms up.
It's a slippery, muddy, brown mess.
More
it's
ice
only gonna get worse. April. I love April because it starts warming up. We get extra daylight. We get, the snow starts melting, but it melts in layers. It goes white, brown, 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 mucky, brown, yuck.
Sorry, Janet. It's been a long day. So yeah, we're at that time of the year where it's starting to kind of warm up a little bit and things start to melt and it just
oh, we love you too, Kim.
Love you too, Kim. Okay, so I suppose it's that time for Fun Maine Facts.
Fun Maine Facts.
Well, this week, my Fun Maine Facts... What are you doing?
Just don't talk.
Don't talk, okay.
Just talk. Friggin'.
This week, my Fun Maine Facts are famous people from Maine. I don't have any pictures to go along with it.
Maybe we wanted to see who they were. Maybe we don't recognize them.
Fucking Google them.
Boy, he's being real nice this evening. I think he does need a nap.
Okay, so, number 1. Patrick Dempsey. Born in 1966. Patrick Dempsey was born in Lewiston, Maine, to Irish-American parents. He grew up in nearby Buckfield, Maine, graduating from Buckfield High School. While in high school, he placed 3rd in a national juggling competition. Let's see. Founded by actor Patrick Dempsey is the Dempsey Challenge, which is a run, walk, cycle event and is the premier fundraiser of the Dempsey Center. Started with the intention of giving back to the community where he grew up and where his mother first received cancer treatment in 1997. He made his acting debut in 1985 with a part
I knew that was him.
in the movie Heaven Help Us. In 1987, he played a janitor, Rudy, in Meatballs 3. He achieved major movie star status in 1987 with Can't Buy Me Love.
Yeah.
The geek to popular type comedy launched him and co-star Amanda Peterson to teen idol status. And in 1989, he turned in another strong performance in Loverboy, playing a pizza delivery guy. He appeared in the successful Mobsters 1991 JFK Reckless Youth in 1993, in which he played John F. Kennedy, as well as With Honors in 1994 and Outbreak in 1995. He married Gillian Fink in 1999, and in 2002 their daughter Tallulah was born. That same year, Dempsey played the fiancé of Reese Witherspoon in Sweet Home Alabama. Now, see, I remember that.
I remember Loverboy.
I didn't see the whole movie.
I pictured Patrick Dempsey. I figured that was who it was, but I wasn't sure. Visuals would be nice, Kevin Blood.
Did you know that he auditioned for the starring role in the popular series House MD, which
Really?
later went to Hugh Laurie?
I was just going to say he plays on, yeah.
Before landing the role of Dr. Shepard on Grey's Anatomy, he's come full circle with show's popularity and has gained new respect for fame in 2007. Patrick and Gillian Dempsey welcomed twin sons Darby and Sullivan. Patrick Dempsey has appeared in more than 40 films to date, most recently Enchanted and Maid of Honor. In his free time, he enjoys collecting antiques, remodeling homes, and skiing. He is co-owner of the IndyCar series team Vision Racing.
Well, there.
Let's see. Send me that list of Maine famous people.
We'll get them all tagged on Twitter.
Okay, let's see. Nathan started a watch party. Oh, thanks, Nathan. And if you're watching us in a watch party, welcome to the show. Feel free to come over to the main feed also. Let's see.
John Ford.
Yeah, John Ford. Born in 1894, passed away in 1973. John Ford, born John Feeney in Cape Elizabeth and raised on Munjoy Hill in Portland. Feeney attended Portland High School in Portland, where, obviously, if it's Portland High School, it's in Portland, where the auditorium is named after him. Ford moved to Hollywood in 1914, where he immediately began work in the film industry. He directed such classics as The Grapes of Wrath, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Stagecoach, and many others. He went on to win 6 Oscars for the Western films he directed over the course of the 20th century.
Well, there.
And I know everybody out there in our audience is probably expecting to see Stephen King on this list, and I purposely did not include Stephen King.
Well, that's the first one everybody talks about.
I know,
from
right?
Maine.
Okay, so number 3 is David E. Kelly, born in 1956. He was born in Maine. He attended Princeton University and Boston University Law School. A former Boston lawyer, in the last decade he switched careers to become a successful television producer and writer. His first film script was From the Hip, starring Judd Nelson, who was also a Mainer. He's written and produced for the TV shows Hill Street Blues, LA Law, Picket Fences, and the executive producer of Chicago Hope. I remember that show too.
Yeah.
David's most recent shows are The Practice and Ally McBeal, which have both won Emmy Awards. He's married to Michelle Pfeiffer, and they have 2 children.
That's why you sound familiar, because he's married to Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh.
Oh, there.
Number 4, Anna Kendrick. She was, I believe, born in 1985. She was born in Portland. Anna is an actress and singer. She began her career as a child actress in theater productions. Her first starring role was in the 1998 Broadway musical High Society. She later made her feature film debut in the musical comedy Camp in 2003. She attended Deering High School in Portland before entering the entertainment business. She was also a founding member of Music de Filia. Kendrick started her career as a child auditioning for theater productions in New York City. When she was 12, she played a supporting role in the 98 Broadway musical High Society. Her performance earned her a Theater World Award, as well as nominations for Featured Actress in a Musical at the Drama Desk Awards and Tony Awards. She went on to play a supporting role in 2003 New York City opera production of Stephen Sondheim's musical A Little Night Music.
You know, you should have had visuals. Just saying.
Why? Because people don't want to see my ugly face?
No, just we don't know who the hell you're talking about. Well.
Even if I had a picture, you wouldn't know who the hell I was talking about.
Yes, I would, actually.
No,
very
I don't
much.
think you would. Number 5, Linda Lavin. Born in 1937. She was born in Portland, Maine. She graduated from the College of William and Mary and moved to New York, where she began appearing in Broadway musicals and received her first Tony nomination for last of the Red Hot Lovers. After moving to Hollywood, she appeared in the TV show Barney Miller before she nabbed the role of Alice Hyatt on the TV sitcom Alice. Oh, wow.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
Alice ran from 1976 to 1985. She continues to direct, produce, and star in television movies and has received 4 Emmy Awards. Linda has also won a Tony for her performance in Neil Simon's Broadway Bound.
Why are you looking at me?
Why are you laughing at me? At least the words I have I can pronounce. Oh.
Boom!
Snap. All right, number 6. Andrea Merton. Born in 1947. She was also born in Portland, Maine. Boy, you see a trend running here? You know what? I'm not so subtle. And she starred for 7 years in the comedy troupe's popular television series SCTV. Along with series regulars Catherine O'Hara, John Candy, Eugene Levy, and Rick Moranis. During those years, Martin won 2 Emmy Awards for writing the weekly show and was nominated for Best Actress. In 1991, Martin won a Tony Award for her role on Broadway in My Favorite Year. Some of her film credits include 1998 blockbuster film movie Wag the Dog. Wag the Dog. Club Paradise, Inner Space, Holy Moses, Silent Night, Holy Night, Soup for One, and Cannibal Girls.
Visuals.
Yeah. And I'm going to just call her done from there.
What? You didn't do it?
Nah, I've done enough.
What are you doing?
Trust me, I've done enough.
At least name off the other people without talking. You don't have...
There's Abbott Von Meter. Let's see. Judd Nelson, which I've stated before. Victoria Rowell.
Bill Cosby. What's that about Bill Cosby? Tim Sample?
Tim Sample.
Of course, Tim Sample, yeah.
So, okay. So, that was my famous people.
I hope I didn't... Did I discourage you?
Those were my famous people.
Did I discourage you?
Kiss my grits. That was what's her name? Flo.
Did I discourage
Would
you?
You're invading my space. 6 foot rule, and you're breaking it.
We've already been past the 6 foot rule. We live in the same friggin' house. You want to go 6 feet? We'll do 6 feet.
Okay, so that's it for me.
He's a party pooper. Visuals.
Yeah. Okay. So, I just got done flapping my gums for way too long, so try to... How'd that treat you, Vicky?
Try what?
Just try to clean her ears with her headphones in.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Something's in my ear.
I can't hear no more. Well, that was interesting.
Yep.
Where it just made it too long and didn't want to read all of it.
Let's not keep dwelling on it and move on to the next topic at hand.
Boys, oh boys. He's something else.
Yeah.
You should live with him. You guys just get him every Wednesday night.
And Tuesdays for the Tuesday night test.
And Tuesday night test. You should live with him.
Terry. Well, what the fuck is this computer doing?
To eat while wearing 3D glasses. Food ended up my nose.
You're like, huh? Yeah, that'll mess you up. Okay.
You want to go 6 feet, bro? That should be a shirt. You want to go 6 feet, bro? We'll go 6 feet. We'll do it.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
If anybody makes a shirt out of that, you better credit me. Telling
You want to go 6 feet?
You want to go 6 feet, bro? We'll go 6 feet. Gladly.
6 feet apart or 6 feet under? Take your pick.
pick.
I forgot I didn't put ice in my water this time.
It don't do the glug, 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 glug thing, so I don't feel like I have to punch you in the face.
Alrighty then. So is it time?
He needs a nap. He's not being very nice this evening. He needs a nap, or he needs to go in a corner.
What in the actual fuck am I doing wrong?
I just sense it in your face, and in your, he's not in a very good mood tonight. I'll take care of him after the show for you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want to hear anything about that.
Yeah, especially back in the Loverboy movie and Can't Buy Me Love. Yeah, hi Lisa. When did you pop in?
Where the hell did you come from?
When did you pop in? We didn't see you pop in.
Can't get full belly that way, Terry. Nope, you sure can't.
No.
So, all right. Did you want to move on to the next segment, or do you want me to talk about our sponsors?
I don't care.
Good talk. Well, we're going to mix it up a little bit, I guess.
He's being mean tonight.
Want to thank Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions.
Peter Anthony Productions.
We also want to thank Josh Bauer from J. Bauer Art.
Josh Bauer.
We want to thank Hangin with Web Show Media Group.
Hanging with Web Show Media Group.
And last but certainly not least, we want to thank Stan Terrell from The Boneyard. We want to thank all of our sponsors because...
And Terry MacGyver. Terry MacGyver.
And Molly and Corey Willett. We want to thank you for the coffee mugs. So are you ready for your segment?
I suppose.
Okay, so I guess it's that time for...
Mia's Top 10. You guys will be so disappointed I didn't go with anything Irish or lucky for this top 10. I just figured that where most of us are staying home because we're quarantined, we're drinking a lot of coffee. So I did top 10 signs that you drink too much coffee. Number 10. When someone says, "How are you?" you say, "Good to the last drop." Number 9. You're the employee of the month at a local coffee house and you don't even work there. Number 8. You name your cats Cream and the other one Sugar. Number 7. You can outlast the Energizer Bunny. Number 6. You're so wired you pick up FM radio. Number 5. The Taster's Choice couple wants to adopt you. Number 4. You want to be cremated just so you can spend the rest of eternity in a coffee can. Number 3. You grind your own coffee beans in your mouth. Number 2. Your eyes stay open when you sneeze.
Which is virtually impossible.
And number 1. Number 1. Juan Valdez named his donkey after you. And that is...
Hold on.
That was...
What the hell happened there? That was...
Mia's Top 10. There, Josh Bauer just shared his jbowerartshop.com. Click that link and look for his, buy his artwork and stuff.
Yes.
Sorry, Josh, I couldn't get that out of my mouth.
What your name is?
No, I know there's no such thing as too much coffee.
Yeah.
No.
So
I drink coffee from morning up to morning down. To night down. I quit. It's your turn.
Okay. This week's inspirational quote is from somebody who's no longer with us, but I sought the wise words of this man. And the quote is, "You will have bad times, but they will always wake you up to the stuff you weren't paying attention to." And that quote come from the late great Robin Williams.
Isn't that is right spot on though, because when you go, it's when it's in the thanks, John. It's through the tough times that you really find out the reality of life. I wouldn't say the reality of life, but you find out the true identities of people when you go through hard times.
Find out who your real friends are.
Find out who your real friends are. And it really tests a marriage. It tests your patience. It makes you appreciate the better times even more. You know? I mean, this 2020 is nothing compared to, even with this virus thing, it's still nothing compared to the previous years, the last couple years, what we've been through. So I still think that we're on the upper side of all what we went through. So it definitely wakes you up, and it definitely humbles you, especially when you're on a limited budget and you can't work, and one part of your partnership can't work. But God is good, and God has gotten us through, and stubborn and determination keeps us together.
Word.
We've had some good times. I mean, we've had some bad times, but
yeah,
we've gotten through it.
I would dare to say that the good times have outweighed the bad times.
I'm glad you say that, because there's some days I feel like he wishes he could divorce me. He gets mad and frustrated with me.
I get mad and frustrated
with himself. I get mad and frustrated with myself more than I do anybody else.
You get mad and frustrated with me too? Does that mean you want to divorce me?
No.
Kick me to the curb?
No.
Throw me out like Saturday's garbage?
Sometimes I wish I had a mute button. Mute. But
all right. Well, if we're being honest,
yeah.
I wish I had a mute button for you frequently, especially when you say stuff like that.
Oh yeah, in case you guys didn't notice, I have no hair anymore.
I'm pretty sure they noticed.
I'm pretty sure last week was my first week, I think, with the new do. And I cut it myself. Hopefully it looks all right. Everybody said it's looked good, so y'all are lucky that I didn't pull a Britney, because I was that ticked off with my hair. I was about ready to shave it, because of course you could tell I have long thick hair, and I had a lot of snarls and stuff, and yeah, I was about ready to so I almost pulled a Britney.
Word. Don't want to do that.
No, I don't want to do that. I think you'd probably really divorce me if I shaved my head.
Why is it okay for me to be bald and not you?
Well, I'm a female. Well,
well, that was fucking sexist.
There's all kinds of cool wigs out there, though.
Yeah. I don't think I do good with wigs.
No.
No, I got nothing to stick them to unless you glue them to my head.
You've got some stuff right now that, well, you're a little past that stage,
yeah,
but there's a certain stage where he's like Velcro.
Yeah.
Everything sticks to it.
That's about 2 days after I've shaved my head.
Yeah.
So, I think...
we went through stuff quick. Because it's only like quarter after right now.
Is it? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going by that. I got to fix that damn clock.
Yeah, you do.
That says 9:23. And I was going to say, hey, let's... because all the salons are closed, soon we will learn...
I'll have to do
The
some.
real hair color. I know. Right?
I'll have to do some tutorial videos on how to cut your own hair. Yeah, we'll learn the real hair and what people really look like. It's like I saw a meme of it was the Kardashians.
Oh my God.
And it was like a few months after quarantine when all the shops have closed, and it was so funny.
That was horrible.
Horrible.
That was just wrong on every level. And you know, the one person they didn't have there was Caitlyn Jenner.
Right. I normally cut my own hair anyways, Raul. I don't know.
Me too.
I'm too cheap to pay someone to do it, I guess.
Well, we're just too broke.
Yeah, that's true. We're too broke.
It's not a matter of being cheap. It's a matter of being broke. All right. Well, hey, you know what? Because of the fact that we're going to have a 2-hour show next week, I think we can get away with cutting this evening's show a few minutes short.
Just a few minutes. You still gotta.
I don't think our audience will mind too much if we cut this show short. He says the one downstairs also. What?
Cut her own hair.
All the salon learn.
She cuts her own hair.
He says the one. I don't think that's what he's talking about.
The one down. Oh!
Maybe I'm wrong, Raul, but I think I'm putting up.
That could mean all kinds of things, Raul.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down there, brother. My hairdresser called today and let me know we had to reschedule for the closings, so my hair will be fabulous. Pull it up.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to the point to where I was just putting it in a messy bun, and it was getting to the point where it was getting snarly, and I was having a hard time getting a brush through it because I always just put it up. I mean, I brushed it after I washed it and stuff, but I went through so much conditioner, so I just got sick of it one day and just chopped it.
All right, so I was right. I was in the right spot.
Got it exactly. Nice, Raul.
Lisa says, "Good one, Raul."
Vicky, la 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 la.
Now, for those of you, everybody in our audience by now should know who Raul is. Raul is not only a very good friend of mine, he is also what I refer to as my magical mentor. Mm. He has inspired me to be a better magician. He's actually inspired me to become a magician, period.
Well, you were doing the magic because after his heart attack, I bought him for Christmas. I got him a Chris Angel magic kit that he wanted really bad. And thank you, Vicky. And that got him to get through the depression stage because if you don't know, after you have a heart attack, you go through a depression. You do. Sometimes. Most people do. About 95% of the people that have a heart attack, they go through a depression. That helped him through his depression. And then he lost it. He just stopped doing it for a while there. And then when he met up with Raul and Raul came into his life, it was good timing because we were trying to quit smoking at that time.
I had actually just quit smoking. And, well, no, I had quit smoking and then the new semester started. So I guess I'm gonna tell people it's gonna be story time.
Story time.
Now, typically I don't tell good stories leading up to magic tricks, and Raul kind of sasses me for that. He says you've got to be able to tell a story because that works with the magic. So I wasn't going to do this tonight, but I'm going to do it now because, well, we're there. I want to talk about the story. Now, I know I've done this one before on the show, but not everybody that is currently in our audience has seen this before. So I want to tell the story about how I met Raul. And again, Raul, you know that I love you, and I mean no disrespect when I totally butcher your accent because I can't do it like you, obviously, because I'm not that cool. But I was talking with a faculty member through a video conferencing system, and Raul was sitting in the classroom at one of the seats, and the instructor asked me if I was still doing magic. And I said, no. Once I quit smoking and got past the whole hand thing, I stopped doing magic. And she was all bummed out and disappointed by that. She's like, well, that sucks because I was looking forward to seeing some more magic. And I said, well, sorry. So I left the classroom that day. And a couple days later, Raul came up to me in the hallway. I'd only seen him that one time in the classroom. And he come up to me and he said, Mr. Kevin, you're a magician? And I said, no. I said, I'm a beginner illusionist at best. I was like, I do not call myself a magician. He said, well, I've got something for you. And I said, really? I said, okay. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're not offended by that, Raul. So he said, he says, I have something for you. So he turned around, pulled out of his backpack this magical coloring book. And I'm not used to being approached by students presenting me with anything, let alone magic. And he said, so he went and he is, I know I tell this every week that he is an elaborate storyteller. And he had this really long story about this coloring book. Well, so he starts off telling me the story about, I think he was talking about his mother, and I'm going to try to make sure that you can see this. But as he's telling me the story, he's flipping through. Here, I'm going to stand up. Oh, look at that. I can even stand up. So
Looky, who's got the cookie?
So he starts flipping through the coloring book, and as he's telling the story, he's showing me all these pictures in the coloring book. Now you can see that none of these pictures are colored, right? So he goes and he tells the story, and he's going on, and he gets to the end of the coloring book, so he closes it, and then he continues on the story, and as he's continuing the story, he's flipping through the book, and now all the pictures are colored. And I'm like, what? And I'm standing there, I'm wondering, what the hell's going on? And he says to me, he says, Mr. Kevin, when you're done coloring in a coloring book, what do you do with it? And I said, I don't know, you put it away, put it in storage, throw it away, whatever. He says, no, you start from scratch. And I said, what do you mean, start from scratch? And he says, look. And then he flips through, and all the pages are blank. I was amazed by that. And I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? And he hands me the coloring book, and he says, this is for you. And that is how I met Raul. And he has brought me several other, the battery on the phone's dying. He's brought me several other items throughout the last year.
It inspired him again
to
do magic more, and he's looked forward to Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, when Raul would
any
come.
day that I get to see Raul, I look forward to it. And it's not because of the magic tricks that he brings me. It's you have to spend time around him.
Yeah.
Like you've gotten just very short doses of him, and I could spend hours talking to him.
It was all very perfect timing, and I thank you very much, Raul, for befriending Kevin like you did, because you don't realize that you are what he needed at that point in time. It was perfect timing.
And it still holds true today. He's a fascinating human being. He's not only is he one of the most interesting people that I've ever met, he's one of the most compassionate people that I've ever met.
Yeah.
He's just, I can't say enough good things about Raul. He's an awesome guy, and I wish him all the best with everything that he's doing in life.
When Raul came into the picture, we had already been through a lot, but at that particular time, thank you, Corey. There's Corey. Well, that finally, Yarwa Finn. Yarwa Finn.
Yara Finn Willett.
But that particular time when Raul popped in, when you're going through hard times, when we go through hard times, there's certain levels of hard times there's the hard times that you can easily get through. There's hard times that just have to keep you in there a little bit, like you're stuck a little bit. And then there's hard times that you don't think you're going to see your way out of. At that particular time, I think we had hit bottom. I really do. We weren't doing good. Even me and Kevin as a relationship, as a family, as a whole, we weren't doing good. We weren't. I hate to admit this, but I threatened to kill myself. I did. And because it was that bad. I was very depressed. But I had a friend that come back into my life.
Can we back up for a second?
What?
Because you didn't threaten to kill yourself. You made a comment about killing yourself.
I made a comment.
You didn't threaten to do it.
I didn't threaten. I didn't actually put anything to my head or anything, but I had made a comment that I didn't want to live anymore.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify that because that's...
Because we were... But at that time, I had a friend that popped back into my life and brought me to church, and I found my love for God all over again. And then Raul popped into his life.
See, I'm not a religious guy by any means. Anybody that knows me personally...
He doesn't go to church with me.
I refuse to go to church. That's not my thing. But I do believe in God, and I do believe that God puts people in your life for a reason.
Amen.
You know, I think God put Raul in my life to open me up to the world of illusions again, and to
take your focus off.
Raul has taught me, like he and I were having a conversation a while back, and he said, Kevin, everything, you need to learn how to react to things. He says, if something really makes you mad, think about it and ask yourself, you know, is it really worth putting that much energy into getting angry about it? And if not, let it go. Move on. I'm still working on that, Raul. I guess I'm just an angry human.
You've gotten better. No, you've gotten better. You've learned to filter it a little bit more.
I try, but it's not always. I'm not always successful.
Well, like I said, you can only handle as human beings. We can only handle certain levels of things, like even good things. You can only handle so much good things. Yeah. We gotta have the good with the bad to even things out a little bit. The bad make you appreciate the good a little bit more, and you know, the bad is put in place for you to. There's something in there that you gotta learn. That's why I believe we all go through tough times. Is because it's a time in our life that it gives us a chance to think about us, think about ourselves, and to tweak things if we need to. You know, I mean, I realized through this time, I've said it time and time again, haven't talked too much about my back since I had it done. My back is doing good. I still deal with pain. I have fibromyalgia and I have degenerative disc disease. I'm going to deal with pain for the rest of my life. It just is what it is. But there's certain levels of that you can only handle too. But I mean, I was put through that because I was still carrying a lot of yuckiness from previous relationships, which is no fault of his. I mean, I realized that a lot of things I didn't directly mean to take out on him, but I was still carrying those things with me and reflecting them on him, you know, and I was bitter, I was angry, I was jealous of everybody. Like last year, if I'm just now becoming friends with you again, it's because last year I went through a period of time, if you even smiled the right way, I deleted you because I just didn't want to see anybody happy. I was that miserable in my situation that I just didn't even want to see anybody happy. It was awful. And that right there, I needed to get rid of it. And I'm still learning. I'm not 100% where I want to be, but I try every day. I try to be better than the day before. That's all you can do.
Yep.
Is to keep one foot in front of the other and do better than you did yesterday. You have that choice. Isn't life wonderful? You have a new day. A new clean slate the next day.
If you're granted another day,
If you're
consider
granted
yourself
another
lucky.
day, then that's your day to make things better than yesterday. And that's your day to learn something new. It's your time to do over. So that's my inspiration for the the night.
The inspirational quote is my gig,
I
not yours.
know. I know, and I'm gonna start putting your thing up too.
You
the
start stealing my
inspirational.
thunder, man.
I'm not stealing your thunder. It's just I haven't been inspiring lately. I haven't really quoted anything inspirational. I haven't said since my operation. I haven't really talked too much about stuff and life and how we're doing and stuff.
Well, you know what?
Now I just did.
That sounds like another show.
Yeah.
Which brings me to one last final thought.
Don't forget next week our
Please.
anniversary show.
It is
You
our
won't
1 year.
want to miss it, and you're only going to be able. Well, no, you don't have to be live to win. Or
Well, yeah, you do. You gotta
so
be.
if you're not in the chat room, you don't win.
Well, yeah, if we don't. Well, no, if your name's in the bowl, we'll
That's
pull
what
your
I
name.
was trying to get to. If your name is not in this bowl, that means you have not subscribed to Kevin B Entertainment YouTube page.
Yeah.
YouTube channel. And if you haven't, why not?
You had a chance last week.
And you need to, because next week is our anniversary special, and we got some really cool things happening, and you don't want to miss us drawing your name.
Don't want to miss it.
Stephanie got lucky because guess what? She came on Saturday. Saturday night, we had a special show where we did riddles. And if you were the first one to answer the riddle right, you got your name put in here. Stephanie won, and she got her name put back in because she's already won an item. Because once you win something, your name comes out and you don't get put back in.
We put your name into a different.
Yeah, it's a
area.
different area for something bigger.
We haven't gotten there yet.
We'll get there.
Maybe that'll be our 2
But
year.
she answered one of the riddles right, so she got her name put back in. And Matthew Smith, he answered, 3 of them? And got his name put in 3 times in this baby. So,
Yep.
Janet, if you go on YouTube, we'll have to have Kevin. Kevin will message you the link.
But you in order to subscribe, you have to you have to have
An
a
account.
YouTube account at least.
Yeah.
Look at me spitting all over the place.
Bleeding everywhere. Yucky.
So yeah.
Are we going to do another surprise show? You don't know? We don't know. We're going to leave that up in the air. We may or may not.
Right now, I'm gonna say no because preparing for the 1 year.
No, the 1
show,
year, yeah.
I mean, I still got to try to figure out a video to put up to make for it.
Yeah, I got to work
Plus,
on
I got to get
flyer.
this show put up for Saturday.
So just make sure that you're subscribed to Kevin B Entertainment on YouTube. And Janet, we'll get to you.
We are currently at, the last time I looked, which I think was yesterday, we're currently sitting at 112 subscribers. So we got another subscriber that I don't have a name of because they don't have it set up so that we can see.
Is there going to be cake? Why, you want me to smush cake into Kevin's face? I did that once. And it was on our wedding day, and his mother almost killed me, and I think he almost divorced me after he married me. I shoved it so far up his nose,
Oh.
he blacked out for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
His mother got mad. I
I-
didn't know this until after the fact.
I had to blow cake out of my nose.
Yes.
Okay, so one last time, real quick, we want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Stan Terrell from The Boneyard
227-8680.
for all of your local plowing and maintenance needs and leather goods and whatnot. Go to Stan Terrell at The Boneyard.
207-227-8680 for all your plowing needs.
He'll plow you good.
And wide.
We want to thank Hangin with Web Show Media Group.
Hanging with Web Show Media Group. Boy, next week ought to be interesting with staying here.
I know. We also want to thank Josh Bauer from J. Bauer Art.
Josh Bauer!
Go to jbauerartshop.com and buy up his artwork.
If you scroll up in the comments, he put his link in there to his artshop.com.
And you can also check out the ending credits, and you'll find all the websites to all of our sponsors right there.
Peter Anthony just decides to join us. I wonder
Actually,
why.
He was in there earlier. Got done with vengeance. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. We're just wrapping up. We also want to thank, that's right, Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions.
Peter Anthony Productions.
He is also sending us a nice little care package for the Wednesdays
You do not
giveaway.
want to miss
You don't.
Wednesdays.
He told me, he says, be careful opening it. Open it gently, he said.
It's fragile. It must be it's Italian. It must be from Italy. No. It's fragile.
No, it's from the Mad Cuban.
It's from the Mad Cuban.
It's fragile.
Had to work. So didn't we.
Yes, and here we are, still working. So, all right, everybody.
I'm just teasing you.
We want now, Peter. I just want you to know, if you better not have sent a hockey mask or something, because I won't give that away. Just saying, I won't give that one away.
No.
So, all right, guys, we got to get out of here because it's getting late and we've got all kinds of stuff that we got to get done. So, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to join us right here next week on Facebook Live, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell all your friends, all your family.
You don't want to.
Tell everybody you know so that we can get a bunch of people in the feed. So far, our record is 29 viewers, and that was on last Saturday, the 21st.
Our surprise.
Yeah, that was our surprise show, and that's where we got the most viewers. So make sure that you share the links. You tell everybody you know. If you would like to donate to us, you can do that by going to paypal.me/Kevin B Entertainment. Don't forget to subscribe to Kevin B Entertainment on YouTube at www.youtube.com/C/Kevin B Entertainment.
And you get your name. If your name is not in here, you will not win something.
That's right. If your name's not there, we can't pull it out and say, oh, so-and-so is the winner. So if your name is so-and-so, you should be in such and such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down? I would love to hit 50.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'd love to hit 100, but I don't want to push my luck. So, yeah, 50 would be awesome.
That would be cool.
And I gotta give a shout out to Nathan Smock, because last night during my test, before the test, I had updated OBS, the software that we use, and it totally foobarred everything.
He was up here until midnight trying to figure.
Almost midnight.
He came up here, I think 9:30, quarter to 10,
9:30?
to do his test, and I actually had to call. I have a hard time climbing stairs, and the room is upstairs, so I called him on my phone instead of going upstairs to see if he was okay. Because he's got heart problems and stuff like that, so it worries me. So I didn't hear nothing up here, and he hadn't been live yet. So I was like, what is going on? So I called him up here to see. He's like, I'm okay. The freaking system, the damn OBS.
So Nate walked me through going through. It did something to my firewall. My firewall wouldn't let OBS go through, so I had to go in and change some settings for the firewall to allow it. So as you can see, we're up and running. You can hear us and see us perfectly fine, and that's what we need. So thank you very much,
Nate is
Nate.
our hero.
He was definitely my saving grace last night, and I appreciate that, buddy. So all right, guys, we got to get out of here because we got stuff to do, and I've flapped my gums long enough. So don't forget, next week, same time, same channel.
1 year anniversary special.
Our 1 year.
Don't want to miss it.
That's right. We're gonna have Stan Terrell from the Boneyard.
That ought to be interesting enough. You get my
In
mouth
between
and
us.
Stan's mouth together.
Oh my word! This is gonna be an interesting show.
Kevin's gonna.
Stan's bringing some merchandise to give away. Peter Anthony's sending us some merchandise to give away.
Thank you,
Hanging with
Peter.
Web Show Media Group. I spoke with Garrett. He said that he'd send some stuff for the giveaway. And I'm not going to call out anybody, but if anybody else who sponsors us wants to send us something to give away,
We'll give it away.
you might have to next day it if you want it for
Right.
the
I don't
show.
know how the mail is going right now. It's
Me
like it's
either.
probably pretty slow.
I don't know, but so all right, guys, thanks again, and we'll see you right here next week.
Bye bye. Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.